Thank you for coming. I have 4 questions. They all pertain to the environment.
Okay. Would you mind if I tackle them one at a time so I don't...
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I just want to know what your opinion is about the cause of climate change.
Okay. I think there are a lot of man-made effects that we're seeing in the environment. You know, I mentioned a little bit about, you know, just even from experience, building too close to the waterways. But, you know, a lot of the carbon emissions that we see, having that move towards renewables, I think is a good first step. But I think we really need to, you know, do a lot more, because there are a lot of factors that we have contributed to how we've lived as a society, where we built. So there's a lot of different things that can, you know, impact that.
Okay, as governor, will you try to mitigate these situations?
I think we have to take a regional approach. I know there's a regional compact initiative on you know, reducing those emissions. I think that's the best approach, because we singly, as a state, it's tough to make a bigger impact. But if we can take a regional approach, working with other, you know, states, you know, that's something I could support. But I think we have to, you know, continue to make sure that we protect everything, especially that we have in our own backyards too.
And this is kind of blunt. As governor, if you become governor, how can you help us stop the energy?
There's a couple of things that we can do. First, I mentioned one earlier, you know, about making sure that that board, that's NHC, has true people that are looking out for us as a little guy. And, you know, amending it so that there is a public seat on that board that takes into consideration, you know, us. So I think that's one of the first steps. I think already with that news about Aysel canceling the contract, that helps in that consideration in that state energy board. But whatever else that I can do to kind of help persuade, you know, in opposition, I certainly will do, because I think those are the 2 steps that I can think of right now.
So if you became governor, you would actually say, I oppose this power plant.
I've already said,
and
yeah.
Not because Gina Raimondo brought them in. It would be like an environmental reason.
Well, not an environmental, the whole
It's
reason.
not an NIMBY issue.
The whole, it's not an NIMBY issue, because when I answered this before, this is what I was talking about. It started out first as, you know, I'm a strong supporter of local control. But when I saw and took that tour, the impact on the environment, the impact on our backyards, on our roadways, it has a whole devastating effect for not only this community, where you're getting shoved down your throat a second, you know, dirty fossil fuel power plant down your throats, but, you know, Gloucester and everywhere else where those trucks are going to be impacting. So yes, you know, I've said that before, saying that tonight, and I'll say that as governor.
Okay, good. What is your opinion on the federal deregulation of the environmental laws?
I'm not too familiar with which environmental
Well,
laws,
the
but
air regulations, the water regulations, the power plant regulations.
how are those set there? I'm not crazy. Look, I'm not crazy about it. I am a little bit more of an environmentalist. I wasn't, you know, a strong fan of Director Pruitt being, you know, put in charge there. So that's all I can say.
Okay. And you won't cut any of the DEM people or programs, or in other words, you won't deregulate the DEM if you become the governor?
That's not what I'm looking to do.
Okay.
You know, actually, I work, right. The only thing I can't promise you, like, look, I don't promise jobs, and a lot of those appointments, directorships that are in there, I'm not making a commitment to any of them one way or the other, and I will never do that. But I'm not looking to, you know, get rid of, you know, like getting rid of DEM. That's not my mission.
Right. Okay. And my last question is, do you believe that Rhode Island needs more natural gas pipelines?
Natural gas pipe. We already have an abundance of supply right now, so I wouldn't see like any additional. I think part of the problems that we're having is, you know, they're taking that regional approach. Like right now, what's going on in Providence with that LNG facility, you know, a lot of it, they're sticking it down, and then a lot of it's probably going to get piped up to Boston or somewhere else. You know, we can't be that, you know, place where they're going to stick it in and then all of a sudden it goes somewhere else. So On that question, I would probably say, no, I think we're okay right now with what we have.